and thank you for watching The Righteous Kitchen, a cooking and baking blog found at www.therighteouskitchen.blogspot.com. I thought I'd share with you a recipe that I made for cinnamon Crispas. Cinnamon Crispas, I used to get these when I went to Taco Bell, and this was probably back in the 70s or the early 80s. They sold these at Taco Bell as cinnamon Crispas. It's just a floured tortilla that's cut up into wedges and deep fried and sprinkled in cinnamon sugar. So it's a really good snack to have. It's great, you know, as a little extra for a party or something like that. But if you don't want to fry these, you can brush them lightly with oil and bake them. And you could even use a sugar substitute if you want to reduce the sugar. But I'm just going to go ahead and make them deep fried. I think that's really the way to go on this. But cinnamon Crispas, a blast from those early 80s Taco Bell days. So this is something, if Taco Bell ever gets this video, I think these were really good. You should put them back on your menu. You know, you don't have to get rid of everything. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just using pre-made flour tortillas, and I'm going to use 4 tortillas. Okay, and this one has a fold in it. We're going to make sure it's unfolded. And then I'm going to cut these into 12 wedges. I'm going to cut it just like a pizza. So I'm going to go in half with a pizza cutter. Then into fourths. And then from each fourth, we'll do a third. Okay, and these are wanting to move a little bit on me, so I'm going to cut them from the point outward. And that's just going to give it, to keep that triangular shape. Alright, so we've got it in half. We're going to go in fourths. These are light and fluffy tortillas. And they're right up from that triangle. They don't have to be perfect, but you can try. Okay, so there's 4 tortillas. This is going to give us a nice big bowl full of cinnamon Crispas. And in this bowl for our sugar and cinnamon mixture, you're going to want a big bowl so you can reach in here and toss those fried chips around. So I have half of a cup of sugar, and we're going to put 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. If you like more cinnamon, you could even add more, but I'm just going with a half of a cup and 1 teaspoon. And I'm going to go ahead and have this stirred. And then I'll have this off to the side, so when my chips come out of the oil, I can let them drain just a bit and then get them into this cinnamon sugar mixture. So I'm going to clear this board, and I'm going to heat up my pan of oil, and I'll be right back. You're going to want to have a spider or tongs to have to get the chips when they're done frying. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and test and see if the oil is hot enough. I have it on 350. And it's starting to boil. I'm going to let it come up a little bit more before I start adding more tortilla wedges. Alright, go ahead and put your wedges in there. You want them to have room to move around. You want them to get nice and brown on both sides, and then just put it over on your draining rack. Whenever you're frying, you need to stay with the pan. You don't want to walk away. That's how accidents happen. So you're just going to need to just stand guard till these have all fried up. When they get puffy, just go ahead and give them a flip. All right, you want them nice and golden brown. It should look like this right here. Let's see if I can get them out for you. Nice and golden. So just put them right there on your draining rack and let some of that oil drain. All right. So while those are draining, we'll just go ahead and get another batch of these. All right, so let me show you. So these have drained a second. They're still warm. You just gonna want to get them in here and toss them in the sugar. And just set them off to the side. But remember, you still got these frying, so make sure you're paying attention. Now I'm just going to use my tongs. Shake off the excess. Let them drain a minute or two. Look at that. Nice and crunchy and warm. Very good. You don't want to cut these tortillas too far ahead of time because they will split on you. So I just do 4 at a time out of the package. And then if I need a second batch, well then I'll just I've got this last batch here that came out. They're nice and hot. We're just coating them with the cinnamon sugar. And there they are. Look at that. Cinnamon Crispas. I'm going to put them in a bowl. Isn't that nice and crunchy? They're not tough. They're easy to bite. It's a quick little snack that everybody forgets about, but they're so easy to make. Now remember, you can bake these if you don't want to fry them, and you could also use a sugar substitute if you're reducing your sugar. But do make these. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate your support.